level. I don't know.
Which, by the way, as a side note, the tadpole that Naruto summoned, this is just a rewrite, that absolutely should have been Gamakichi. And that just should have been Naruto's summoning Toad. The whole time. Like from start to finish.
But then how do you explain when he summons Gamabunta?
Ninetales. I guess.
Okay. I like that idea. The only problem then becomes, well, clearly Gamabunta is like Jiraiya's summon. So why is Kurama's summon the same as Jiraiya's?
Listen, Minato summoned Gamabunta to land on top of Kurama. Maybe they had some weird Ninshu connection in that moment. I don't know.
But now we have another problem. Minato summons also Gamabunta.
Listen, I don't care about them. All I care is that Naruto is just Gamakichi.
I agree. Because, even as it is, though, Gamakichi really is Naruto's summon. Because, including filler especially, Gamakichi is the first one he summons, like, every time. It's just always Gamakichi first. He just always gets Gamakichi, and the war Gamakichi shows up. It's just like, that is his summon. That's Naruto's guy.
The Warwick one didn't even matter.
Regardless of that, I would just make the rewrite. That is a newborn Gamakichi. They age quick. Well, I guess the problem is, okay, that might be too fast of an aging for Gamakichi to go from Tadpole to the one we see in Konoha Crush, because that's like a week later.
I don't know. I mean, doesn't Naruto start the train? Well, when does Naruto... No, it isn't. It's like a month between it.
Like a month. He starts... Okay, let's just give him the whole month. Let's just say it's the earliest possible. Yeah. Should he go from Tadpole to that in just 1 month?
You say that, but then look at the size they grow to in Naruto. Yeah, okay. Well, they don't change, look, I guess.
This is using filler, but using filler, considering how much Gamakichi doesn't change in the months after Konoha Crush when Naruto summons him in the filler arcs.
Okay, but if we're using filler, you look at the Gurren Three Tails arc, he's decently sized there.
That's the same as his Shippuden size that we see anyway.
Okay, well, I think that's the earliest we see him in Shippuden, right? So, I mean, either way. Is it?
Well, obviously we see him in the Pain arc. I don't remember if we see him in any other random scene in canon, now that I think about it. I guess he probably don't, but...
I mean, either way...
It feels so weird. Feels like we saw him in canon earlier than the Pain arc.
At the very least, regardless of the manga, the anime is clearly doing a thing of, like, a weird narrative of, like, him growing over time, so that by the Pain arc, or by the War arc, he is just Gamabunta side, and, like, Gamabunta strength and all that, so... I'm totally down for this just being a size thing that just progressively we see throughout the entire series.
No, I agree. It's just that to go from Tadpole to his Konoha Crush size in only 1 month max, possibly less, might be a little... I mean, it's fine. Just do whatever you want with anime anyway, but, like, it might be a little bit weird. It might just be, like, too absurd. I don't know. Like, that's only 1 month. That's not 3 years. Okay. But then again, to counter that, Pain arc size to War arc size happens in, like, well, anywhere from 1 week to, like, 9 months. So I guess, to be fair, that's a big difference there. So
what about this?
Maybe it is fine.
The easiest fix would just be search for Tsunade. He's the same size. When he summons him versus Gaara, he's just smaller. Like, and this is perfect because we see Naruto when he first summons a Tadpole, and then, like, the next summoning, it's like a Tadpole but with legs, clearly indicating it's a different Tadpole.
Okay, fuck it. I like
exactly. We'll showing the progression of time.
Smaller in Konoha Crush, like, instead of being a bowling ball size, he's just like tennis ball size, but he looks like a frog.
Yeah.
And then, like, when the frog gets the legs, that just is Gamakichi.
Exactly.
He keeps summoning over and over again, but Gamakichi's just growing day by day.
Yes.
Okay,
bro.
I'm so down. The most unnecessary but meaningful rewrite.
But it's even more meaningful when you think about the fact of why Gamabunta helped Naruto fight Gaara in the first place. It's because of Gamakichi.
Exactly, it's
because of Naruto.
Exactly.
They have that bond
like that makes
the whole time.
I love it.
We just fixed the Konoha Crush arc. I guess all of Naruto. We fixed Gamakichi. I don't know.
Okay, so hypothetical. Okay, so this one. Obviously, okay. There's gonna be a pro and con to both of these because there already is a pro and con anyway, which is gonna sound weird to say, but hypothetically, okay, so as it is, Gamakichi doesn't really do anything in the pain arc, it's just like Gamabunta and them. But in the war arc, you have Gamakichi there. Okay, do you have that as is, or do you prefer that Gamakichi just is, Gamabunta size, and he is the one in the pain arc fighting? Gamabunta can be there, one of the three, but like Gamakichi being like the main one in this case. Would you prefer that versus how it is, or do you prefer how it is versus that?
I think I prefer it how it is because I want Gamabunta to have that one last fight just to go out. Essentially, that's his retirement, and that can be where Gamakichi maybe even surpasses him, or maybe not surpasses, but it's
again, that. Gamabunta would be there in this case. The only difference is instead of Gamabunta being at the center of those three, just remove like the green one and put Gamabunta there, and Gamakichi be at the center.
No, I think I'm fine with it the way it is, even with this. I can see why you're saying it, because this is where Naruto really fully fledged becomes his own to fight against pain with his full arsenal.
Getting into the exactly. So this is when Naruto surpasses Jiraiya, who is Jiraiya's summon, Gamabunta. In this case, instead of Gamaken, Gamaken is the one that Jiraiya summons versus Pain in the Rain Village. You would put Gamabunta there, and then Gamakichi would be in the Naruto fight in this case. This is when Naruto surpasses Jiraiya. It could be when Gamakichi surpasses Gamabunta. The only downside would be, well, in the war, when they do the whole new signing thing, that's a good time to have Gamakichi there because Aoda is there instead of Manda. But at the same time, Manda's retirement's in the Itachi Pursuit arc, which could be when Gamabunta retires and Sakura summoning Katsuyu ruins this whole thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter in the first place.
Yeah, okay, I got one for you. So instead of the other two random toads or whatever taking out the animal summonings or whatever, in this case, and also Naruto taking out the rhino, in this case, Naruto's gonna be like, Gamabunta, you take care of the animal summonings, and me and Gamakichi are gonna go face off against Pain! As they're running ahead.
Yeah, or whatever. So Gamabunta would be there again to do whatever, but his main one would be the Jiraiya. Like I said, Gamaken, instead of Gamaken being ungraceful, whatever, Chief Totes blowing his cigarette smoke at the chameleon to find its location or whatever you want to do. The point is it's just him there.
Yeah, but in this case...
It's kind of weird that he summoned Gamaken anyway instead of Gamabunta there.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is instead of that, it's just instead of the frogs / Naruto clones dealing with / stalling / taking out / throwing the rhino to space for all of the animal summonings, it's only Gamabunta just 1v1ing, I guess, the rhino, or just 6ing all the animals. He just
depends. I will say, so addressing the elephant in the room, the pyramid thing that they do is really cool. Yeah. There's the 3 toads, and then there's Gamakichi on his head, and then Naruto and the 2 other toads on that
wasn't
head.
The elephant in the room, cool. But I see what you're saying. It was definitely cool, though.
But, yeah, exactly. Now, the other elephant in the room, I would still keep a 3rd toad, just because 3 looks cooler than 2, than just those 2. But the question is, who do you put then? Probably Gamaken, but... at the same time, we don't know Gamaken if he's not there in the Pain fight with Jiraiya, so...
Yeah, I like it being the same one that Jiraiya summons. Then again, you could have just had Jiraiya summon Gamabunta in the first place, in which case you could have 3 being Gamabunta, Gamakichi, and Naruto with Ma and Pa. That would be the 3 in this case.
Yeah. But then they're just not standing in the... they could be standing on the ground in the middle... Or is Naruto gonna have 1 foot on Gamabunta and 1 foot on Gamakichi so that makes sense?
I'd be down for that. I'd be completely down for that. Because especially if Gamabunta's shrinking and Gamakichi's growing, then the war, he'd be bigger.
It'd be equal height in this game.
Exactly. So it would completely work. It'd be so goofy. But I'm down.
Exactly. I don't think you should do that. I think you should just be on Gamakichi's head, who's at the center.
I agree.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Gamakichi on top
we
of Gamabunta.
We just have Gamatatsu be the other one.
Okay.
Gamatatsu, in this case, play up the comedy. Gamatatsu is both useful and useless in this fight because he's being himself. He's being stupid and goofy, but like I feel like there's another character who this works with, but it's like every goofy thing he does that messes up somehow works at the end, kind of thing. Like play it up a little bit, but not too much, so that it's like it's not like he's defeating the animal path with his goofiness, but like, okay, the bird can go to Gamatatsu farting in its face or whatever dumb thing you want to do. Like,
sure. I mean, I low-key do just like Gamabunta just soloing on his own and regardless of all the other frogs.
I mean, yeah, but
like Mom and Pa do their weird scream thing to like stun those two animals. I guess Naruto with the Rasengan. Like, in this guy would just take that out. Actually, you could have Ma and Pa on Naruto's shoulders as long as they're not doing the nature energy thing, right? They could just sit on Naruto's shoulders. Kurama can't push him off, I think, right?
Yeah,
so you could still have them help out. Like, they were helping out Jiraiya regardless of giving him sage energy. Just have them do their tongue thing. Yeah, that's how Naruto can fight pain, like that. Instead of them just being off to the side randomly anyways.
Honestly, yeah. What were they thinking? Like, just latch on.
Yeah.
Like, if you're worried about it, just have Naruto's shirt thing tucked over your feet a little bit so that you're kind of strapped on pretty tight. Like, you don't have to merge completely.
I love it. Totally should have done that.
While we're on that subject, okay, yay or nay, have another Katsuyu like slug so that it's not just Katsuyu.
I'm down.
And so Sakura summons the Batsuyu or whatever.
While we're at it, change Katsuyu to where that isn't 1/120th of her. That's just her.
Yeah,
just her normal size. And you know,
yeah, there's kind of no.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm fine with it if either we saw it or rather we knew who could summon. Like hypothetically, Hashirama summoned the whole Katsuyu to fight Madara back in the day. Okay, fine. We see that like Tsunade is only 1/20th of his level. So this is what it can do, and we see Hashirama use Katsuyu for whatever purpose versus Madara. Okay, then it's fine. But if you're just never gonna summon the whole, what's the point? I mean, it's cool, but like at the same time, it's not.
Exactly.